everyone, this is Devang. Welcome to episode 21 of the Outlaw Joseph Scott. Joseph is going back down into the mines. He is going to be in the Targa Plateau. He is going to, in a sense, trying to get out. He's triggered an ancient alarm and he needs to turn it off. Without further ado, let's get right into the action.
Alright everyone, here we are. You'll notice Joseph standing on a Targa Plateau map tile. It's the entrance, actually. It is the reverse side of the entrance. Okay? This mission is called Overload. While exploring the ancient frozen ruins of the Targa Plateau, you have accidentally tripped some sort of chain reaction. The ancient boilers in this part of the city are overloading and set to blow. Echoing through the halls, you hear a recorded alien voice that can only be a warning of the imminent meltdown to come, and a countdown to destruction. So this mission starts on the Targa Plateau, and the Targa Plateau side of the mine entrance tile. We also have set aside the engineering chamber card from the Targa Plateau map deck. So the goal is the heroes must find the engineering chamber and shut down the boilers before this section of the city explodes. The heroes have to find 2 clue tokens to discover the location of the engineering chamber, objective room, and then shut down all 3 of the boilers there. So there are no gates. Special rules. No gates. There are no gates. Anytime a gate would be placed, instead it's a normal door. Target pylons are activated. The target defense systems have been activated. All passage map tiles have D3-1 Targa pylons on them. When a passage has a Targa pylon on it, the turn immediately ends and a new turn begins as a fight. So it is a fight. However, no loot card is drawn for defeating the Targa pylons. So essentially, every passage tile, map tile, will be a fight with Targa pylons. Hard to hold back the darkness. The hold back the darkness roll needs to be 1 higher than normal to succeed. Ouch. And then avoid cascade and warning signs. While the darkness marker is in the middle stage of the depth track, every hero takes 1 horror hit at the start of their activation, due to the wailing sirens and waves of void energy. If the darkness marker is in the final stage, you're going to take 2 horror hits every turn. And may not flee. Once the adventure begins, the heroes may not flee. They are trapped and must see the mission through to the end. So for the objectives, when the heroes find the second clue icon, they have found the door leading to the objective room. Ignore any other door gate icons on that exploration token, as there's only 1 exit which goes to the engineering chamber. Resolve any encounters or attacks. The engineering chamber, once the engineering chamber has been attached to the board, the heroes have reached the objective room. Reveal all growing dread cards in the stack, and then the heroes must face an epic threat, or in this case, because he's solo, a high threat. And then there are 4 spaces at the far end of the room that contain the boilers. Essentially the 4 middle ones in the back. And any hero in one of these spaces may give up their attack to make a Strength 6+ or Cunning 5+ test to shut down one of the boilers. If successful, gain 20 experience and place a marker to show that one of the boilers has been shut down. Once all 3 boilers are shut down, the hard to hold back the darkness and void cascade and wailing siren special rules are no longer in effect. To successfully complete the mission, the heroes must defeat all enemies and shut down all 3 boilers. So as a reward, it's 50 experience, and then roll a d6, 3 or better, you get a target artifact. On a failure, the boilers explode. The heroes roll once on the injury table. This is in addition to any other roll that must be made for having been KO'd. Ouch. So this could very well injure Joseph. Unfortunately, he's by himself, so he's going to have to give up an attack to shut down the boilers. So that's going to have to be a decision of whether he attacks or shuts down the boiler. He has to do both before things get too crazy. All right. So with all that in mind, why don't we get to the gameplay here? Joseph will start by attempting to hold back the darkness. So he needs an 8 or better at this point. So he's going to need to move as quickly as he can. A 7 will not. And it's already hurting. Okay, so Joseph gets to move. A 6 and a 3. I think he will take the 6, which is just enough to get him to the end there. And let's see what the next one is, and that is the courtyard. Okay, and there's the exploration token. Oops, let me shift it up a bit here. Let's see what we get. He's untapped, but it is the first clue token. I will take that. That certainly this could be quick if you get two clue tokens right away. We've seen a few games that were like that, haven't we? So what are we attacked by? It's going to be a low threat. Our favorite, it's a peril dice worth of tentacles. 6 tentacles. Well, with luck like that, it's kind of good and bad, I suppose. And I should mention there are two exits on this token. So the one that is not an exit is 2, which is the one on the left. There we go, that's pretty scary. So we have brutal tentacles. Brutal tentacles being, we'll zoom out a little, initiative 3. Joseph is initiative 4, so he will get to go first. And luckily this is a large room. So he's actually just out of range of 5. So let's this is a fight, so let's hold back the darkness. Another 7. That +1 is killing me. So, darkness card, because we are now 2. Dark Omen. The darkness grows ever closer. Darkness immediately moves 1 step forward. And each hero gains 20 experience, and he can recover a grit. So we get 2nd grit. That's not too horrible. And then Joseph gets to move. Now Joseph can move up 1 more, and he will be in range of 3 of the tentacles. So, his move is a 6 and a 4, so unfortunately no extra grit. And then he gets to shoot. So he has 7 dice. In fact, let me shift this over just a smidge. There we go. Yep. And I should go ahead and move him his 1. I think at best, see, they move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now they're all gonna get around him. So actually, would it be better for him to move forward and shoot, or should he pull back? And can I try to arrange it so that when they move, he's got 2 in front of him? That actually might be more worthwhile. If he takes 2. But only from ones that can get to him. So 1, 2, they can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they can get at most here, where Joseph is. So Joseph basically gives up his turn and moves back here. You have the front 3, which can move 6, and they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they'll get 2 into that space. And then he'll only be getting attacked by 2 at a time. But he is giving up He is giving up his shots. I think that might be worth it to only get attacked by 2, because then they're going to be, well, they'll only be blocked for one round, or until Joseph kills one of them. Because as soon as Joseph kills one, there's an opening and the rest can come pouring through behind him. So he gives up the first hit. Well, he may be able to get to a point, though, at least for a round or two, because they're pretty tough, where he can actually weaken. I can try to just weaken but not kill both of them, get a bunch of hits, and then conceivably kill them both on one turn and maybe damage and kill another one. Yeah, let's give it a shot. I don't think moving forward and taking my 7 shots is going to be worth getting attacked by all 6, assuming I don't kill one, even getting attacked by 5 of them. I think just trying to limit it to 2 for the initial anyway, and then see if I can whittle them down. I might even be able to back up one more turn. So I think I'm going to give this a try. So we'll just move him back. There's nothing else he can do on his turn, I don't believe. The only thing he has that he could use per se is his eye patch to get more grit, which he obviously doesn't want to use right now since he actually has 2 grit. So we will go with it's the tentacles turn. So we said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and then they all pile in here. Boom. Scary. Alright. Gonna need the box there. So 2 tentacles are attacking him. It's 3 dice each. Hitting on 4s. And 6s to ignore his defense. So that's not too bad. That's half. And 1 will ignore his defense. So 2 defense rolls for Joseph. He fails both of them. There were 5 damage each, so I think I will use a grit to re-roll these, hoping for at least 1 5. Does not get it. That is unfortunate. So that's 15 dice. For armor saves, I should say. Again, his armor is working pretty well. I guess that's about average, right? So, because 1/3 of the die is a 5 or 6. So, had 6. That's about 1/3 of 15. And then he will spend his other grit. So he has no grit now. To re-roll all these. Actually, 3, 5, 9. Yeah. More armor. Oop. I bounced out. No. 2 more. Not great, but not too bad. So 3, 6, 7 wounds. Alright. Now Joseph gets to hold back the darkness. And he does with an 11. Now Joseph gets to take his shots. So let's hope that what he did was worth it. Obviously just 2 tentacles is going to be bad enough. 4s to hit. Alright, so 4 hits. And then he gets his free rerolls. Or his rerolls. Blah. That was not good. Okay, well, 5 hits. So we'll do we'll do them one at a time. So we'll hit that tentacle. They are defensive 3 with 5 health. Joseph has a +2 damage, +1 for his skill, +1 for the Darkstone bullets. So anything but a 1 will deal damage in the box. Sorry, in the box. Well, a 6. A 6 is actually enough to kill one, which is good. Only in the sense that I needed, if I can kill a second one with this. So here's for the other one that he's adjacent to, a 5. That will do 4 wounds. Well, a 6 will kill it. And a 5 will do 4 wounds. Well, there you go. That actually was, his damage rolls are doing really well. But this is, now he's going to get attacked by 4 of them. Oh, and he does get to heal 2 wounds because he killed 2 of them. It is the tentacles' turn. So they will obviously surround him at this point. Poor Joseph. So 12 dice hitting on 4s. That's actually really nice for Joseph. It still might be enough to knock him out, depending. But so one of them he can't save against. So 3 dice, needing 5s. Look at that. Defense blocks 2. So that's going to be 10 dice, 10 armor saves. Again, it's above average. So 6 more wounds. Alright. Okay, and Joseph, if you remember, Joseph started with some wounds because of his town stay. So he's at 16 wounds right now. 16 of his 26. So he's got 10 left. And then we need to hold back the darkness again. An 8 is good enough. Alright, Joseph, another big turn. These blasted tentacles. It's pretty good. Pretty good. And then his rerolls. Nice. Not a lot of 6s, but that's still a good number of hits. So he has 1 6. He's going to get 1 extra die for that. Alright, I'm going to hit unwounded ones first. So we'll go ahead and hit this back one. There. A 4. We'll do 3 wounds. Move this down just a smidge. Alright, we're going to hit this next unwounded one. For 4, that's going to be 3 wounds. Excuse me. Alright, he has 5 dice left, so he's going to hit this other wounded one, or unwounded one, I should say, for 2, which will only do 1 wound. Alright, and now it's time to try to finish them off. So we're going to do the really wounded one there. 3, well, that's enough to kill it. And that will heal him a wound. This one has 3 damage on it. 6, that's enough to kill it. And that will heal him for another one. And that one has 3 wounds. A 4. 6 minus 3 is 3 wounds. It can only take 2, so that will kill this one. And heal Joseph for another. And last but not least, the one with only 1 wound, Joseph hits for 3. Plus 2 is 5. Minus 3 is 2. Not quite enough to finish off that tentacle. So that tentacle gets to swing back at him. Mono E tentacle. He hits 3 times, but they are all, at least he gets a defense roll for each one of them. And of course he blocks none of them. So that's 15 dice. Armor saves. Oops. So that is 5 saves. Again, 1/3, that's average. So that's going to be another 10 wounds. So boom, just like that. Even though there's only 1 tentacle, he took 10 wounds. He's at 23 of 26. Alright, and then we get to hold back the darkness. Another 11. So we are holding back the darkness, which is good. Alright, and then it's Joseph's turn. Shoots. Okay. Alright, and then he gets his rerolls. Not bad. Alright, so 2 extra dice. 1, 2. Or 3 extra dice, I guess. Alright, let's see if I can not roll all ones, and I don't. That's plenty to kill him. Boom. And Joseph heals a measly 1 wound. Alright, well I think at this point Joseph needs to use his herbs. Simply because he's down, well, 22. I might want to save it and just let a revive heal him. And that could be exactly what I want to do. With whatever comes for me. And save the herbs for, say, like the last battle or something. Alright, so here we go. Can I move over this way? Joseph gets to heal a D3 for catching his breath. In the box would be nice. Too bad that was a 5. That's a 4. So that will heal 2. So he's at 20. And then he gets a loot card. Can't forget the loot card. Hoping for some Darkstone. So close to the extra Darkstone grip, and we get a D6 times 50 gold. Well, he gets 300. Is that right? D6 times 50, 100, 200, 300. Yep, 300 gold. Hey, considering the Darkstone grip's going to cost him 1,200, that's going to be useful. All right, so I'm going to have Joseph move. We're going to move towards the right there, I think, and we get double 3s. So I guess he's moving 3. 1, 2, 3. And then we will make our obligatory one-time, essentially, scavenge attempt. Does successfully scavenge once. Let's see what nasty, horrible thing happens. And we get a hideous discovery. He takes 3 horror hits, and he loses 2 sanity for each horror hit he fails. So 3 willpower. He fails 2, so he takes 4 sanity loss. Hold back the darkness again. A 4 will not, and that gets us another darkness card, which is Chill of the Grave. Undead enemies are now +1 initiative and +1 combat. Then Joseph gets to move. A 4 or a 3, either one is good enough. I'll kind of slide this over here. We find an ancient street. Okay, and now we reveal. Alright, there are 2 exits and it's an ambush attack. Wonderful. So the direction that does not have an exit is 4, which is straight ahead, which is nice, given my board here. Now let's see what ambush is in. A peril dice of stranglers. 4 stranglers. Okay, so now we need to hold back the darkness. A 7 fails. Again, that extra +1 for the scenario is hurting. Alright, the stranglers get to go first. They are initiative 5. They have a move of 8, so they will be able to get behind Joseph here. Alright, and they are all against him. There. Alright, they have 5 dice each. So that's going to be 20 dice. I'll roll them in batches of 5, I think. Hitting on 3s. And each 6 counts as 3 hits. So there's 4 hits. Ouch. 4 more hits. Really? Really? 3 6s? Holy crap. Well, look what I'm rolling for them. Well, since it will matter if I get knocked out, I think I need to roll the damage for these guys one at a time. They are 2 damage each. Do get my saves. So from this person, I save none. Oops. Those are, sorry, the defense hits. So there are no saves from that. This guy adds 2 dice because that 6 counts as 3 hits. No saves. Alright, so we had 4 dice because there was 2 6s. Only 3 defense. That's another 5 hits. Well, I do block 5 of those. Alright, now each of these is doubled. Zoom out a little here. See? Because each hit is worth 2 damage. So we'll go from smallest to largest because I want to try to avoid my revives if I can. Or using my revives. As long as I can. So this batch of 4, so that's going to be 8 armor saves. And I save 3, which means that's 5 wounds. That puts him right at 25. Alright, so we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5, so I'm going to take the 6 hits next. That's doubled to be 12 armor saves. Did pretty well for armor saves again. Saved 6, so I saved half. Unfortunately, I only have 1 wound left, so 6 wounds will knock him out, which means we'll use up a revive token. But he heals all the way up and redeems a grit. Alright. However, he still has a few more enemies here. But now that he has a grit, I'm actually going to end lots of wounds. I'm actually going to lump all these together. These remaining 2. So 5 dice, basically times 2 is 10. And 4 dice, and another 4. Make this all one roll. For armor save. Oops, 2 fell out. That was pretty horrible. He has 1 grit, so he will use his grit to re-roll that. Much better. Much better. It was just waiting for that, huh? That was still an awful lot of dice. So even with all that, though, he still takes 10 wounds from those stranglers. Now it is Joseph's turn. Finally. Let's see if we can get some payback. Alright, well. And rerolls. That's pretty bad. Only 5 dice. Only 5 hits. So Joseph needs, there are 2 defense with a 6 health. So Joseph needs, essentially, he's plus 2 damage. So essentially, it's going to be the die rolls, the number of wounds, and he needs a 6 in order to kill one. So we'll start with him. A 1 does 1 wound. Okay, I will hit this next guy. Another 1 for 1 wound. I think Joseph's luck has just run out. He's going to hit a wounded guy again. He needs to get rid of some of these stranglers. 3 more. I'm up to 4. We'll hit this wounded guy for 5. Plus 1 is 6. That is enough to kill him. Alright, and that will let him heal a wound. And then we'll try to finish that guy off. As long as, yeah, 2 or better. And that will indeed, oops, kill this one and heal him for another wound. Yuck. Holding back the darkness. Another 7, which again does not work. We're already up to 6. So Growing Dread card. All heroes immediately take 2 sanity damage with no willpower saves. Chittering in the dark. Well, that's not too horrible. Alright, 2 stranglers. 10 dice. Hitting on 3. And 6s count as 3 hits. You know, why? Well, they're rolling so much better than Joseph is. It's not even funny. Alright. Alright, so that's another 2 dice, another 2 dice, and another 2 dice. Alright, so defense roll. That's pretty good. Oh, there's one more 5 hanging out, back there. So that's actually 6 out of 12. That's almost half. That's pretty good. That's still 7 hits, each doing 2 damage. That's going to be another 7 dice. Rolling for armor. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that's about half. So that's another 8 wounds that Joseph takes. So he's up to 16 of 26. Hey, and then it is Joseph's turn. Alright, and his rerolls. Well, his cursed luck continues. Only 4 hits. So we'll do them one at a time. On this fellow here. That's 4 wounds. Alright, we'll go to the unwounded one. Just said this is just in case I roll a 6. Like that. We'll just simply kill him. Heal a wound. And then there's 2 more, which are my minimums of 1. And 2 more, he's got 4. 2 more will definitely kill him. He gets to heal 1 more. He's down to 14 wounds. Does get to catch his breath. Heals 3. Down to 11 wounds. And he gets a loot card. And give me some Darkstone. Ah, 1 piece of Darkstone. Alright, Joseph now gets to hold back the darkness. Double 5s. Terrifying Shriek. A shriek of pain and suffering echoes through the mine, chilling you to the bone. Each hero in the mines immediately takes D6 horror hits. So Joseph will take 5 horror hits. And he fails 1. So 1 more sanity. Alright, and well, then he gets to move. 2 and a 1. Well, since we're in the Targa Plateau, 1 will do wounds with no defense. The 2 won't. 2, but it will still get him a grit. So we're going to go 1, 2. That way. And he gets a grit. Hold back the darkness again. Double 1s. Double 1s. Ambush attack. He immediately gets ambushed. Oh, you know what? I should be using... I forgot, I should be using the Targa threats, not the low threats. My bad. I will rectify that with this particular one. Well, it says draw standard threat card, so guess it doesn't really make a difference. We get 1 slasher. Boom. Came from the other hallway. Alright, well, Joseph has to hold back the darkness again. A 10. 10 will work. I'll zoom in on this. Joseph versus Slasher. Alright. Well, the Slasher has initiative 6, so the Slasher will go first. So the Slasher has 3 dice, hitting on 3 or better. So he hits twice. So Joseph will attempt to save. He saves 1. So it does a d6 damage. 2. And Joseph will use his armor. Doesn't save either one. So he takes 2 wounds. Alright, so then it is Joseph's turn. Now, fear 2, so he's going to take 2 fear hits. So saves 1, so he's going to take 1 more sanity. Also, the darkness marker is now in the middle stage. It's at 6, so it means Joseph also takes 1 hero at the start of his activation from the sirens, which he fails, so he's going to take 1 more sanity. There's up to 4. Sorry, 5 sanity hits. Alright, and then it is Joseph's turn. Jeez. No love for Joseph here. 2 hits, well, 3 technically. He gets his rerolls. Well, hey, that was something anyway. It's gonna be an extra 3 dice, so that's 7 hits. And we'll go ahead and roll them all. So it's a defense of 4. And he has plus 3 damage, so it's going to be basically minus 1 on each die. So 5, 4, 2. That's going to be plenty. They've only got 10 health. So that's... well, actually, each of these are 1s. That's a 2. So if I could do actually 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. 5 hits. 3, 4, 5 hits. So 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. So 6 hits. Maximize his experience gain. Putting the low damage first. 6 hits and a kill of the slasher. And we'll heal him for 1. He gets to catch his breath for 2 more. Yeah, I think I'll still take wounds because he was at 12 and only 5 sanity. All right, and then a loot card, and still hoping for more Darkstone. And we get a D3 Darkstone. In the box would be good. So one Darkstone. I think that's still just enough for the grip. Yep, that is 8. Any more that he picks up, he's going to be rolling for corruption. Holding back the darkness again. Really need to get a move on. A 9 will work. So Joseph rolls to move. Again, a 2 and a 1. He will take the 2 to get himself another grit. And that's actually just enough to get him here.